Hey everyone, TheShuffleBuffle here with an episode of my career mode. I believe we're into episode 3, and yes, I do have a new mic, got a pop filter as well, so you shouldn't be hearing that annoying noise when P's and whatnot come up. So first of all, we're going to show you how our team looks so far. So we've got a lot of good players who have progressed well, Dyer being probably our main progression with the good players, because he has indeed got up to 80, which is wonderful to see. We've obviously signed a few players here like Majid, Forrest, Bendetti, and some of the players have already started progressing, mostly the players who have gone on loan, so they'll be like 19-year-olds who I won't really be using, but I feel like they could be backups at some point. So as you can see, Butland at 75, Callas at 73, we got Williams 79 and Chico 77, Taylor at 76, Jadson is 72, Carraro 75 as well as Fred, Dyer at 80, Boney at 83, Delafeu at 76, and then there's some of the players we signed, such as Forrest and Majid, not sure how they say them, and we're going into our first 3 friendlies, and what I decided to do is just to sim them, because I don't really see the point in playing them. I could have seen the point in playing them at the start of last season, but in this particular case I don't really see how they would help the team out in any way. So I was playing Forrest, Mahid and Aldosari, and as you can see, Aldosari's already got 2 goals. Even though it is a friendly against Maine, it is also a good prospect to see that they are scoring the forwards, and Mahid also gets a goal, and it finishes 3-1 in at the 90 minutes. So next we have, I believe it's Barcelona. No, we've got Getafe next, and then Barcelona at home. So we're going to go into that Getafe away game with, I believe, the same players, just to sort of get these new players that we brought in a little more game time to get them to progress a little bit more. Dyer, though, is saying that he wants to play, and I'm not sure why, because they are just friendlies, but I don't really want him to get angry and say I want to leave, so I just say I just end up putting him on. So we got Aldosari, Mahid and Dyer up front against Getafe. So we end up simming that quickly there, and we're just watching now, and we go 1-0 down, which is not great at all. Obviously we haven't got our best team out. I mean, Butland, Callas, Bendetti, Bartley and Taylor, only one of them is not a regular player, because Williams is obviously instead of Bendetti, and Key is replacing I think Jadson, and obviously Mahid and Aldosari are replacing Boney and Delafeu. But that, unfortunately, we lose that 1-0, but it's not all a loss, because I mean it is just a friendly, so it don't really matter that much. And apparently Bolton are after one of the players on my shortlist, which I have got a lot of actually. I should probably clean that up. But that was Ahmed Musa, and he was one player I was thinking about going for, but I decided to go in for Mahid instead. So we have got this game against Barcelona. Instead of playing it, I do indeed decide to sim it, just because there's no real point in playing it. It won't get me anything, it won't progress me anywhere. It is simply just a game to test out some of your new players, which I guess is good in a way, but I don't feel the need to play it. So we go in against Barcelona at home with our full team, I think. No, we go in with Butland, Callas, Bendetti, Bartley, Taylor, Key, Carraro, Fred, Dyer, Mahid and Aldosari. And as you notice, Dani Alves gets a red card immediately. And you also may notice that they actually have their full team out. Victor Valdez, Dani Alves, PK, except for Matip, but I think they have just signed him. Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, Iniesta, Fabregas, Messi, Sanchez and Pedro, and we are actually 2-0 up against them at home, which is just absolutely amazing. I mean, even though they're a man down, that is a great win for us to get 2-0 there. Carraro and Fred being the scorers in our team. So now it goes on to say a player has been sold, which is Alan Tate, and we get a offer for Jamie Proctor, and I don't believe that I need to sell him for lower than what he goes for, so I just say 700k and you've got him. So the first game we are playing this season is a Community Shield game against Tottenham. So as you can see, Wilfred Boney with his first real start. So we go into play match, playing against Spurs now. So we are playing in our red away kit. Not the biggest game because it is a Community Shield, but it is something I definitely like to win. So we got Butland, Callas, Williams, Bartley, Taylor, Jadson, Carraro, Fred, Dyer, Boney and Deulofeu. So we have got our full team out. And oddly enough, it says here that Jadson scored an own goal, which is incredibly odd because, I mean, that is going in anyway, if Jadson touches it or not, but they seem to want to give him the own goal, so I guess he'll take it. But Bartley, showing us that it is a good idea to use him, manages to score from a corner here, and it's quite a nice goal. He hits it off the side of his head to put it into the right hand corner of the goal there. So we go into half time, 1-1 against Spurs, which isn't the worst like score to go in, but as you can see by the stats, we in no way deserve to be 1-0. We should be around 3-0 looking at those stats. But here, Fred with some nice movement manages to get a penalty from Vertonghen just sticking out his leg, who in fact is Spurs captain at the moment for some reason. And there's only one man for this, and that's Wilfred Boney, because he's got incredible power and he has the best penalty stats in our team. So we go up and hope for the best, and we actually manage to hit the crossbar, get it to hit down onto the line, hit up again, and that is a goal, which is wonderful to see. Wilfred Boney with a debut goal, and not only that, but such a good penalty there. So we have in fact won that Community Shield now. As you can see, the players are celebrating. The Tottenham players look devastated. Bartley being our man in the match, checking out those match facts where we were all over them, deserved winners, and I don't think there's much more to say to that other than we definitely deserved it. So we are coming to the end of this episode. This has been TheShuffleBuffle. I hope you've all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.